Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Raw results from May 15th, 2017. Happy birthdays goes to Doug Basham, turned 46 on May the 12th. Ricky Ortiz turned 42, May 13th. Jimmy Wang Yang, his birthday is 1981. May 14th, Andre the Giant, 1947. Vader in 1957. Zack Ryder, 1985. May 15th, Iron Sheik, he was born in 1931, and Farouk, from 1958, he was born. Advertised dark match main event was advertised from Raw. Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt and Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. I don't think I got any results from that. If I did do find any, look for them on the SmackDown video. Former TNA and WWE wrestler Shelly Martinez talked about her upcoming retirement and overcoming some of the past issues that she's had with Batista. She took to her YouTube channel to help clear up some of her confusion and about his past and future. And you can listen to all of her comments in the video here. As she commented by saying, after two upcoming appearances in Texas and Germany, Shelly expects to be finished with her in-ring wrestling career for good. I think after those two bookings, I'm pretty much done with in-ring stuff. Sad but true. I think the time has definitely come, and some of the, I guess you would say, signs that I know that wrestling is done for me are one of the reasons where she currently lives, Hollywood, along with a new boyfriend who is not involved in the wrestling business and has brought her some balance. The other being, because she lives in Hollywood, she has seen Batista's face all over billboards currently because his involvement in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And she's quoted by saying, I've been having a really hard time the last couple of months because here I live in Hollywood, the movie capital, and Guardians of the Galaxy has been promoted and now it's out. Now for those of you who know that me and Dave Batista got in a fight backstage, blah, 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 blah. That's how I got fired from WWE, so it's been interesting for me. Driving around town and then I just see his face everywhere. Or I'm sitting at home and then I see Dave Batista. Shelly then mentioned how she did a lot of healing since that time and she found seeing Batista everywhere was now making her depressed. I was finding myself getting depressed, and I'd find myself depressed, and I wonder, why am I depressed? And I would kind of backtrack my day, and a lot of times it was triggered by Batista. Ultimately, she spoke about how she is just tired of what comes along with being in the pro wrestling industry. I'm tired of the BS. I'm tired of the fake and phony. I'm tired of getting butt hurt because I think A and B are my friends, but then a person C shows me that they are not, and I just want to move forward. I'm not upset. It's just a weird feeling. For 17 years of my life, I've dedicated myself to wrestling, so it's just weird. It's weird to think of it not being in my life. Finally, Shelly then summarized why pro wrestling wasn't worth the physical exertion any longer. I'm an idiot because I let people body slam me onto concrete. I don't know. I guess all in all, it's just not worth it to me anymore. My goal was to be in WWE, and I did it. And that concludes her highlights from her video. John Cena is in the upcoming HBO movie Tour de Pharmacy, which premieres on HBO on July 8th. It's a comedy parody, doping scandals and professional biking. It stars Andy Samberg and is written by Murray Miller and directed by Jake Szymanski. This is the team behind the HBO tennis comedy 7 Days in Hell. It also features Daveed Diggs, Orlando Bloom, Freddie Highmore, Mike Tyson, Julia Ormond, and even Lance Armstrong. You can watch the trailer. This trailer in this link here. Ring of Honor TV tapings for unknown dates. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the 2300 Arena, reported by .NET reader Michael L. Hoddle. Sold out house, standing room only crowd. Dark match. The Tempura Boys of Sho and Yohei defeated the Coast to Coast members of Leon St. Gianovi and Shaheem Ali by pinfall. Episode 1. The show opened with a promo from the Young Bucks and Hangman Page. Adam Page. They announced it's a new era in the Bullet Club and welcomed Marty Scurll to the ring. Marty talked about how stupid Adam Cole was at the War of the Worlds pay-per-view. He asked who's ready to have tea time with Marty. Adam Cole interrupted, asking, why have a tea party with Marty when you can have a story time with Adam Cole? Cole then declared himself as a franchise player in the company. Paige then said he's going to run Adam Cole out of the company. First match. Josh Woods defeated David Starr. Woods won by submission with a rolling knee bar. Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser come to the ring for a promo. Silas mocked Jay Lethal for being the franchise and asked what makes him special or better than him. That seems to be they're doing who's better than Kenyon? Silas says that he beat him clean in the ring in Milwaukee and claims he has his number. Lethal interrupted, walking down to the ring, saying this isn't a company where we talk about our problems. This is a company where we clean where we fight. Silas informs Lethal, you don't get what you want. You get what I give you. As the Bruiser speaks up on Lethal from behind, or sneaks up on from behind, and the next match begins. Silas joined the commentary team. Jay Lethal then defeated the Beer City Bruiser by disqualification. Lethal won by DQ after Silas interfered. A beatdown from both men commenced on Lethal as Bobby Fish ran in for the save. Cody came to the ring, blamed Ring of Honor management for not wanting a guy like him, a guy without a Ring of Honor contract, to be their world champion. Kazarian then came out, presumably early and by accident. And Cody continued his lengthy rant. He turned his attention to Cabana on commentary and asking what he said at the War of the Worlds pay-per-view. Eventually, Cody pointed out that Colt stated Lethal's shoulders were down flat on the mat when Cody had him in the figure four, and the referees didn't do his job, ignoring a pin. Cody defeated Kazarian. Cody won with a crossroads. Hangman Page then came down. They double-teamed Kazarian. Christopher Daniels ran down for the save. As his former tag team partner. Women of Honor match, Gabby Ortiz and Sumi Saki defeated Tasha Steeles and Bonesaw Jesse Brooks after Sumi pinned Tasha following a Northern Light suplex. Episode 2. That was tape. War Machine defeated Will Ferreira and Cheeseburger by pinfall. War Machine cut a promo talking about their IWGP Tag Team title reign and then challenged the Young Bucks. Bushi, Sonata, Evil, and Naito defeated Mark Briscoe, Jay Briscoe, Bully Ray, and Dalton Castle. Bushi nailed Mark Briscoe in the face with a miss, and then Naito capitalized for the win. Hangman Page defeated Adam Cole. Lots of thank you Adam chants before the belt. Page won by pinfall following 2 reverse tombstone power drivers. Following the match, Page pushed the referee Todd Sinclair down, took his belt, and then began whipping Cole with it. Kazarian ran in for the save. Page and Kazarian quickly vacated the ring area. Thank you Adam chant broke out from the crowd again throughout the arena as Cole raised his hand, thanking the fans. Marty Scurll attacked Cole from behind. Marty said he just stole his moment like he did at World of Worlds pay-per-view. It was then announced that the non-televised main event of the evening would be Marty Scurll versus Adam Cole in a Philadelphia street fight. Well, they had intermission and another Women of Honor match. Kelly Klein defeating Jenny Rose by submission with a Dragon Sleeper. Episode 3 was taped. Roppongi Vice and the Kentucky Gentleman, Chucky T, Chuck Taylor, defeating Hangman Page and the Young Bucks. Taylor pinned Matt Jackson. Rick Titus and Shane Taylor with Caprice Coleman fought Jay White and Jonathan Gresham to an apparent no contest. The match appeared to be a no contest after Kenny King and the Motor City Machine Guns interfered. All also former Ring of Honor and in TNA wrestlers. King then attacked Gresham first directly in front of the ref, but let the action go. There was no official announcement. After the melee, Babyface stood in the ring and challenged the Rebellion to a match at the next pay-per-view on June 23rd. They declared that the losing team must disband. So the match was set. Search and Destroy versus the Rebellion at Ring of Honor Best. Best in the world. Match number 3. Kushida defeated Marty Scurll to win the Ring of Honor TV title. Kushida won by pinfall after Adam Cole came to the ring dressed as Marty Scurll, distracted Marty, and then Kushida capitalized for the win, becoming the new Ring of Honor TV champ. Episode 4, TV episode number 300. Silas Young and the Beer City Bruiser defeated Bobby Fish and Jay Lethal. Silas scored a pin on Lethal. Match number 2, Vinny Marseglia and Matt Taven with TK Orion defeated the Boys with Dalton Castle. Following the match, Mark Briscoe entered the ring and confronted Castle in what was a heated verbal exchange. Jay Briscoe came down to intervene, followed by Bully Ray. After talking him down, Mark left to the crowd. Punishment Martinez defeated Joel Diesel Daddygo. Martinez destroyed Daddygo and won an under 2-minute squash match. Cody Rhodes come down to join the commentary team. Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, Hiroshi Tanahashi defeated Goto, and Will Ospreay. Daniels nailed Gedo with the best moonsault ever for the win. Following the match, Tanahashi vacated the area. Hangman Page and Cody attacked Daniels and Kazarian. Ring of Honor Web exclusive match. Philadelphia Street Fight. Marty Scurll defeated Adam Cole. Scurll won with the chicken wing after countless interference from the Bullet Club. There were thank you, Adam. Please don't go. And speech chants before Cole asked, "Who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, baby? And we will miss you," rang out. Of course, he's leaving for WWE NXT. Cole saw then delivered his farewell address to the Ring of Honor crowd. "I fell in love with pro wrestling at the young age of 9 years old, and I was infatuated with guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, and all the countless superstars that I saw. But what really made me decide that I wanted to be a professional wrestler was Ring of Honor," which the crowd applauded for. "I've said this countless times, and it's the truth. This place, not just the locker room, not just cameramen, not just the referees, but all of you. We're one big giant family. The love and respect that each and every one of you have shown me is the reason I can stand before you here today. 9 years a pro wrestler, 3 times world champion, traveling the globe because you guys thought I was good enough. No matter what happens going forward, I just want each and every one of you to know that I deeply love you, and Ring of Honor will always be my home. And I'll end it with this. Since she's here, Mom, happy Mother's Day." Cole's music hit and the crowd applauded. Then Cole held up his index finger, indicated one more time. Cole bent down and threw him up as the crowd let out a thunderous "Adam Cole, baby!" Seems like he's still in Jericho's lines. As the crowd chanted, "Thank you, Adam," as he departed to end the show. There are plans for Finn Balor to wrestle a top name at Raw from Newark as a way to promote his WWE 24 special that airs on the WWE Network after the show goes off the air. There are also plans for cruiserweight action with Jack Gallagher and Austin Aries versus TJP and cruiserweight champion Neville. Remember, R-Truth has a role in WWE Studios' Blood Brother. Movie stars Trey Songz, Fetty Wap, China Ann McClain, Jack Kessie, Hassan Johnson, and others. No word yet on when the movie will be released, but Truth can be seen around the 1:30 mark at this link here for the trailer. The movie was first announced in December 2015 and was originally titled Brother's Blood. Filming began in New Orleans in January 2016. The next Impact Wrestling tapings will be held on May 30th and 31st in Mumbai, India. The company will be taping 4 weeks of TV. And here's the updated Raw opening video with Raw Tag Team Champs, the Hardys, Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, and Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose added. Highway by Bleecker is the official theme song for Backlash pay-per-view. As seen in this I did not get the link. FYE stores will be releasing exclusive Bleacher Creatures figures on the New Day in 2 weeks. FYE previously had success with New Day merchandise as they sold the Bootios cereal and store exclusive Funko figures. I think I may have a picture post for you there. WWE posted this video of Major League Baseball free agent Rinku Singh at the recent tryouts in Dubai. The left-handed pitcher from India missed the 2014 MLB season after having Tommy John surgery and then missed the 2015 season due to a broken elbow. His story was the basis for Disney's $1 Million Arm movie in 2014. Singh talked about wanting to be part of the WWE, part of the work WWE does outside of the ring with fans and learning something he's never done. Again, go to that link. And this next video link, NXT Champion Bobby Roode sent a message to number 1 contender Hideo Itami ahead of their match for NXT TakeOver Chicago this Saturday night. And I'll post that during the Monday Night Raw video results for that. Roode said that Itami is a one-trick pony, but the GTS won't come into during their match. Roode says TakeOver is going to be simply glorious, just like his theme song. Actress Florence Pugh tweeted a photo of herself as Paige. Show you the link of that, a picture of that for you. Fighting with My Family movie that WWE Studios and Rock 7 Bucks production has been working on. The movie focuses on Paige and her family of wrestlers. In honor of Mother's Day this past weekend, WWE posted a video of Mickie James talking about raising her son as a WWE Superstar. Mickie and Magnus welcomed their first child together, and his name is Donovan Patrick Aldis on September 25th, 2014. Go to that link for you. Entertainment reporter Chris Van Vliet spoke to former WWE champion The Rock at the world premiere of Baywatch in Miami Beach this weekend. You can see the full interview at this link. Nathan Williams of the rock band Waves did a swanton bomb from the stage at a concert over the weekend they had. As seen in this video link, Williams tweeted the video to Raw Tag Team Champion Jeff Hardy and received this response from Jeff Hardy as well. As Jeff Hardy brand, hashtag Brother Nero retweeted Waves, wow to the wow. As when he jumped, if you can watch the video, a lot of the crowd just moved out of the way. They didn't catch him. Only about half the crowd that was in that area caught him. And The Rock commented and said, why, he wasn't at WrestleMania 33? No, I didn't get a chance to. I was shooting at the time. We were wrapping up Ballers in Los Angeles, so I didn't get a chance to make it. Did his improvisational skills from WWE to help him push the envelope on Baywatch. 1,000%. That was the fun part of this movie. We wanted to make sure that we nailed the tone. We also wanted to make sure that we took advantage of the rated R platform. If you've seen the movie, There's a lot of things that are funny, and they're clearly rated R. AJ Lee will be on NBC's Last Call with Carson Daly this coming Tuesday. Well, I'm doing this video on like Thursday. This the Tuesday, 1:35 a.m. Eastern Time to plug Crazy is My Superpower book that recently came out. Her husband, CM Punk, will be making his first appearance in the New York City area since leaving WWE on July 1st and July 2nd at the Eternal Con, which takes place at the Nassau Coliseum. Paige noted on Instagram that her ring from El Portal was recently stolen from her hotel room. She posted the following on her new ring and her love for the GFW Global Champion at this link. Also, he just keeps killing it with these rings. Unfortunately, mine got stolen from our hotel room, so he knew how heartbroken I was. And when I went and got a brand new one, this is obviously different, but it's even more beautiful. He had me crying on the plane. This is my hubby, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't he just perfect? After over a year, I still have butterflies for my man. Always have and always will. And here's the first full-length trailer for the gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling series that Netflix will premiere on June 23rd. Series features former WWE star Karma Awesome Kong as Tammy, or Tame. The former WWE star Alex Riley also did work for the series as well. For gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. Well, I know Alex is still single, so he probably got a girlfriend out of that somewhere. I don't know. WWE posted the video of Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, and Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and WWE Champion Randy Orton and other superstars taking Europe with a 2-week tour that wrapped this past weekend. And here's a link for that. Former Rutgers player Eric LeGrand was sitting at ringside for Monday's Raw from New Jersey, his home state. LeGrand received the 2017 Warrior Award at the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony during WrestleMania 33 weekend earlier this year. Former WWE Champion The Rock will return to NBC Saturday Night Live this coming weekend to host the season finale with Katy Perry. As noted, Rock will also be on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon this Friday to promote the release of his Baywatch movie on May 25th. SNL tweeted the promo with clips of The Rock hosting the show in the past years and can be found in this link. Bayley vs. Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss in a kendo stick on a pole match has been announced for the June 4th Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Bliss tweeted following on her match after Raw. Show you a picture of that. Golden Truth is no more as Goldust turned heel and attacked R-Truth on Raw from Newark right before they were face Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. And here's a video from that segment. As seen on Raw from Newark, Titus O'Neil lost to Big Cass while wearing a suit. Post-match segment saw Apollo Crews drop Enzo Amore while Enzo was trying to take a selfie with Crews in the background. The Raw follow-up video featured Titus and Crews backstage after the loss. Titus commented on wrestling in a $3,100 suit and $1,200 shoes and saying he never should have been put into that position. Crews asked what happened, and Titus said it was supposed to be Enzo versus Crews, with Crews ruining Enzo's homecoming. Crews joked around with Titus before taking a selfie with him. Crews remained down with the Titus brand and encouraged Titus to make it a win next time. Can we see that link? WWE taped the following matches from Newark, New Jersey for this week's main event episode, which I did not find the results from that. But it was supposed to be Nia Jax versus Dana Brooke, Rich Swann versus Ariel DeVary. Well, Raw opened up with a look at Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns from last week. We go to the Raw opening video. Live from Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. As power goes off, Michael Cole welcomes us. He's joined in by Corey Graves and Booker T. The Hype Miz versus WWE Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose for later on. We go right to the ring. Out comes Raw General Manager Kurt Angle. Hall of Famer had last week off as the show was taped in the UK. Fans chant "You suck" as Angle headed to the ring as we get JoJo doing the ring introductions. Angle thanks the fans and welcomes us to Raw. He says the ongoing problem between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman Saul Reigns. Angle says Braun suffered an elbow injury and flew back to the United States to have surgery. Angle says, unfortunately, Braun may be out of action for 6 weeks. He had his eyes on the WWE Universal Champion. Angle wonders who will challenge Brock Lesnar. He's given it a lot of thought, but he realizes the shot has to be earned, not given. He announces the Fatal 5-Way at Extreme Rules to determine the number one contender. Participants will be Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns. Angle hypes the match and goes to leave, but Reigns comes out to interrupt. Fans boo as Reigns takes the mic. Reigns says we don't need a Fatal 5-Way because he's the number one contender. Reigns says this is his yard. He beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33 and he put Strowman in the ambulance. Reigns says he is the only guy around here that can beat Brock. The boos continues. The music hits. Out comes Balor to interrupt to a pop. Balor talks about how he never lost a title. He enters the ring and says if Reigns wants a shot at the Beast, get in line behind him. Reigns then says Balor has a lot of heart, but does not have the killer instinct to beat Lesnar. Balor reminded Reigns he beat him on his first night on Raw. Music interrupted, and out comes Samoa Joe. Joe said they have it very wrong. It's not about big hearts, anyone's yard, or anyone's club. It's real simple. It's about two things, action and results. Joe talked about putting Seth Rollins down with a coquina clutch and winning the Fatal 5-Way. Joe enters the ring and goes on and is interrupted when the lights go out. They come back on. Bray Wyatt's in the ring. Wyatt says his Beast approaches and they all put on their brave faces, but he can feel their fear. Wyatt goes on, but it is interrupted by Seth Rollins' music. And when he comes out to a pop, Rollins says he specifically came to fight Rollins. Joe leaves the ring and they started brawling. Wyatt drops Balor in the corner. Reigns nails Wyatt and takes him to the floor. Rollins then uses ropes to take Joe's knee out. Joe hobbles up the ramp. Wyatt comes back in and drops Rollins, sending him to the floor. Reigns nails a Superman punch on Wyatt, sending him out to Rollins. Rollins works over Wyatt. Balor comes flying with a drop kick. He comes back in, goes for a coup de grace on Reigns, but has to roll through. Balor ducks a Superman punch and hits the sling blade on Reigns. Balor runs the ropes to nail Reigns and Rollins on the floor. Balor runs back into the ring and stands tall as his music hits, while the others are down on the floor. To end that segment. Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardys, are backstage walking. Back to commercial. Back for the ring, Angle is with Balor, Rollins, and Reigns. He makes Rollins versus Wyatt and Balor versus Reigns for tonight. Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy. Where's your next match? We go to the ring. Out comes Raw Tag Team Champions, the Hardys. Number one contender Sheamus and Cesaro without next. Bell rings and Hardy unloads. Taking it to the corner, Hardy ducks a road kick and rolls Sheamus up for a 2 count. They end up back on the floor as Sheamus launches Jeff into the barrier. Sheamus and Cesaro celebrate the move as we go to commercial. Back for the break, Sheamus comes flying with a big knee for a 2 count. Sheamus keeps control until Hardy kicks him to the mat. Hardy fought back and nailed the inverted atomic drop. Hardy with a leg drop. Then a drop kick for a 2 count. Sheamus blocked the twist of fate and nailed a big running knee to the face for a 2 count. They go back and forth as Jeff runs into Boots in the corner. Sheamus goes to the top with an axe handle, but Jeff catches him in midair with a stunner for a 2 count. More delete chants from the crowd. Cesaro gets on the apron, but Matt knocks him off. Jeff goes for a twist of fate, but Sheamus pushes him into Matt's direction. Sheamus goes for the brogue kick, but Jeff moves, and it almost hit Matt. Jeff ended up nailing the twist of fate, going up top for the Swanton, but Jeff covered for the win. After the match, Matt and Jeff to a taller ring. Still to come segment. Miz versus Ambrose, match commercial. Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox is up next. Back for the ring. Out comes Sasha, while Alicia Fox awaited. Noam Dar is at ringside. Coleslaw notes that Dar arranged for Alicia to get this rematch. Back and forth to start the match. Fox with a few early pin attempts. Fox kept control and hit a Northern-like suplex. Fox kept Sasha grounded. Sasha breaks free and makes her comeback. Sasha with a drop kick and more offense. Sasha countered and sent Fox flying. Sasha with a double knees in the corner. Fox with an elbow and a sunset flip for a 2 count. Fox blocked the backstabber. Sent Sasha over the top. Sasha clutched her knee and she landed. Fox brought her back in the ring for a 2 count. Fox with a big scissor kick for the upset win. After the match, Noam Dar comes to the ring to celebrate with Fox. Still to come segment. Reigns versus Balor. Rollins versus Wyatt. Also, Miz gets his Intercontinental title shot. We see Ambrose, Miz, and Maurice walking backstage. So I'm guessing that match was up next. Yep. Back for the ring, Miz was out with Maurice. Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose was also out. We get formal ring introductions from JoJo. Back and forth start. Miz with an early skull crusher finale attempt. Miz with a roll up for a 2 count. Ambrose counters and hits a swinging neck breaker as fans chant for Ambrose. Ambrose then goes to the top, but Miz rolls to the floor. Ambrose steps down to the mat as we go to commercial. Back for the break. Miz keeps control after coming off the top for a 2 count. We see how Miz launched Ambrose into the steel steps during commercial. Miz keeps control as a hit neck breaker for a 2 count. Miz does the yes chants, kicks to Ambrose. Ambrose ducks a roundhouse kick and Miz rolls Miz up for a 2 count. Ambrose then kicks Miz, but has Dirty D's blocked. Miz fights back, but Ambrose dumped him over the top rope. Back and forth after they come back in. Ambrose with a running bulldog and more offense for a close 2 count. They trade finisher attempts as Ambrose with a roll up for a 2 count. Miz then charges but misses in the corner. Ambrose goes up top. Does a big elbow for a 2 count. They go on and Miz hits the skull crusher finale for a 2 count after avoiding the slingshot lariat. More back and forth until Ambrose clotheslines. Miz to the floor after another Dirty D's attempt. Ambrose goes to the top, but Maurice stands in between Miz and a big elbow. Ambrose leaps anyways, and Maurice moves. Ambrose crashes into Miz, sending him into the barrier. Referee counts, and they make it back in the ring right before the 10 count. Maurice gets on the apron and provides a distraction. Miz goes for a low blow, but Ambrose catches it and blocks it. Ambrose does a low blow of his own, right in front of the referee. Referee calls for the match as a disqualification finish. So Ambrose retains. After the match, Miz retreated to the floor as Maurice checks on him. JoJo announces Ambrose as the champion as he takes the title and talks some trash. We go to replays as Ambrose hits the corners to pose. Charlie Cruz are backstage with Finn Balor. She promotes his WWE 24 special that airs after Raw and the Fatal 5-Way at Extreme Rules. She asks him if he's ready to step into the big guy's yard. Later on Raw, Balor says Reigns may be the big dog, but Balor has a whole world of heart. He goes on and says this may be Reigns' yard, but this is his universe. Still to come segment, Rollins versus Wyatt, Balor versus Reigns. We go to ring, and JoJo introduces Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss by the commercial. Back from the break, Alexa Bliss is in the ring with a microphone. She starts ripping into the people of Newark. She says they're all failures, but tonight they will finally get to see a winner. The first superstar to win both Raw and SmackDown Women's titles, and the only goddess of WWE. She goes on and gets what? Treatment chant. The music interrupts. Out comes Bayley. Bayley announces that she's getting her rematch at Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Bliss runs her down and says her moment in the sun is over. Bliss tells Bayley to sit at the kiddie table where she belongs and leave the titles to the adults. Bayley shoves Bliss and sends her out. Bliss comes to the apron, drops Bayley over the rope. Bliss goes under the ring and brings the kendo stick in. Bayley gets up and Bliss smacks her in the back with a stick. Bailey rolls to the floor in pain. Bliss taunts Bailey and stands taller in the ring as the music plays. We go to replays. So the segment, Jack Gallagher and Austin Aries versus TJP and Neville. Back to commercial. After the commercial came back, after the break, Kurt Angle was on the phone with The Miz, and Maurice walked in to interrupt. Well, he wasn't on the phone with The Miz, he just was on the phone as Miz and Maurice interrupt. Miz rants about how Intercontinental title match ended. Angle makes Miz versus Ambrose for Extreme Rules. Miz says that's not good enough. He wants a match where the title can change hands under disqualification. Angle then says consider it done, but Miz needs to watch his tone with Angle. Maurice rants in French. Angle argues with her until the Drifter comes in with his guitar. Elias Sampson causes Miz and Maurice to leave. Angle asks if he can help Sampson, but he just plays and walks off. Neville and TJP versus A-Double and Jack Gallagher. We go to ring. Out comes Cruiserweight Champion Neville and his tag team partner TJP was out with him. Following him. Jack Gallagher out first for his team. A-Double is out next. Coleslaw confirmed Aries versus Neville for Extreme Rules. Aries starts off with TJP and sends Neville off the apron. Gallagher comes in for some double teaming, but TJP avoids it, and Neville pulls him to safety. Gallagher launches his partner onto his opponent. Aries comes back in to stand tall as we go to commercial. Back from the right, TJP is in control of Aries. Neville tags in and stomps away. Neville sends Aries to the floor and distracts the referee while TJP attacks Aries on the floor. TJP then tagged in and kept Aries down on the mat while Gallagher waited for a tag. TJP kept control of Aries and taunted Gallagher. Neville with another cheap shot on Aries. Aries countered TJP. Finally got the tag to Gallagher. Gallagher unloaded on TJP and threw him. As Gallagher with another big slam for a 2 count. Everyone gets involved now. Gallagher ends up drop kicking Neville to the floor. Aries leaped from the top and tackled Neville out on the floor. Gallagher and TJP tangle. Gallagher with a headbutt. Neville grabs Gallagher's leg from the floor. Aries drops Neville with a discus 5-arm on the floor. TJP took advantage of the distraction and hit the detonation kick on Gallagher for the win. After the match, TJP and Neville headed up the ramp as we go to replays with Gallagher and Aries recovering. Neville raises the title on the ramp and taunts Aries. The announcers plug the WWE Network. Tonight's Monday's 24 special on Finn Balor. WWE UK special airing on Friday. As NXT TakeOver Chicago on Saturday. Backlash on Sunday. And Extreme Rules on the 24th. So the come segment. Rollins versus Wyatt. Reigns versus Balor. Back to commercial. Back for the break. Kurt Angle is checking on Bailey. He says her match with Alexa Bliss in Extreme Rules will be a straight-up wrestling match. Bailey isn't happy and wants to make Bliss feel the pain that she is feeling. Angle makes it a kendo stick on a pole match. Golden Truth backstage. R-Truth says he let them down last week by not securing the number 1 contendership. Golden says that's nonsense and they can start the journey back to the top tonight with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Golden cheers Truth up and they leave on the same page. Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns was up next. We go to the ring. Out comes Finn Balor to a pop. Back to commercial. Back from the ring, we get another look at Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns saga. Back to the ring, and out comes Roman Reigns as Coleslaw talks about Braun being out of action for up to 6 months. The bell rings, and it's time for the match. We get some stalling after the belt. Balor blocks a big right hand, takes it to the corner. Reigns turns it around to booze. Reigns launches Balor across the ring again. Reigns stomps away in the corner as the referee backs him off. Reigns keeps control until he runs into a boot. Balor fights back with strikes, but Reigns caught him with a big Samoan drop that also took some air out of Reigns. Both are down as we go to replays. They tangle on the apron with Balor kicking Reigns in the head. Balor comes back in and unloads on Reigns. Balor nails a kick to the face. Balor with a big chop in the corner, but Reigns nose sells it and shakes his head. Reigns rocks Balor with a right hand. Reigns charges, but Balor moves, and Reigns hit the ring post with his bad shoulder. Reigns ends up on the floor. Balor with a kick to the face from the apron. Balor nails a big double stomp from the top from the apron to take Reigns down. Balor circles the ring side area while Reigns is down. Back to commercial. Back for the break. They're going at it. Balor sends Reigns through the ropes, kicks him when he comes back to the apron. Reigns falls back to the floor. Reigns turns it around on the floor after ramming Balor into the post. Both men are down. Reigns stops the count and sends Balor into the barrier. Reigns positions Balor on the apron and then nails a drive-by into the post. Reigns drags Balor into the middle of the ring and covers him for a close 2 count. Reigns works Balor over in the corner with big shots and fans boo and count along. Reigns misses a big running boot but blocks the counter and nails a sit-down powerbomb for a 2 count. Balor then blocks a Superman punch with a shot to the ribs. Balor then fights back, but Reigns kicks him. Reigns can't get a powerbomb due to his shoulder. Can't even pick him up. Balor counters and hits a stomp to the chest. Both are slow to get up now. Balor nails a sling blade. Balor runs into a Superman punch. Reigns covers for a very close 2 count. Reigns gets up as the fans boot. He calls for the spear, but Balor knees him. Balor with another sling blade for a 2 count. Balor heights up and charges for a drop kick into the corner. Balor goes to the top, but he's slow getting up. Balor climbs up for the coup de grace, but Reigns knocks him down. Reigns ends up nailing a spear for the win. After the match, most men are still down. As Reigns' music hits, we get replays and come back to Reigns sitting in the corner while Balor struggles to recover on the mat. Now to plug WWE Extreme Rules and the show. Before the lights go out, we cut to Bray Wyatt somewhere in the back. Wyatt says this may be Angle's show and Reigns' yard, but this is his world. He comments on taking out the Beast and standing triumphant as our new Universal Champion, but tonight he is tasked with saving another soul. Wyatt cuts a promo on Seth Rollins and wonders if he has what it takes to slay the Beast, to look evil in his eyes and conquer it. Wyatt tells Rollins to run and blows out the lanterns as we go to commercial. Back from the break, Seth Rollins is interviewed about tonight's main event. He's confident about taking out Wyatt and slaying the Beast. Next up, we got Golden Truth versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Back from the break, out comes Goldust and R-Truth. Truth is shouting out new work when Goldust attacks him from behind. Goldust unloads on his partner and beats him around. A thank you chant. Thank you, Goldust. Chant breaks up from the crowd. Goldust tosses Truth over the top to the floor. Then Goldust launches Truth into the barrier and keeps up the assault as the referees warn him. Goldust throws Truth back in the ring and crawls over to him. Goldust with more strikes to keep Truth down. Goldust does his signature pose before kicking Truth again. Goldust then takes the mic and says, "That's what's up." He drops the mic and some fans pop and do the yes chant. Goldust poses again. And that's it for that. Still to come segment. Wyatt versus Rollins back to commercial. Titus O'Neil versus Big Cass was up next. Back from the break, out comes Enzo Amore and Big Cass will pop. Titus O'Neil was out next with Apollo Crews. Titus mocks Enzo and Cass, hopping Apollo and Titus Brand. Titus enters the ring and does the Enzo dance as an asshole chant starts up on the ground. More mic work between the two sides, setting up Titus versus Cass instead. Titus is going to wrestle in his suit. The bell rings and they go at it. Cass goes to the corner. Titus takes off his jacket and goes back to work on Cass in the corner. Titus beats Cass down and takes off his belt. Enzo yells at Titus to drop the belt. Cass ends up dropping Titus for an easy win. After the match, Enzo celebrated with Cass while Crews checked on Titus. Enzo tried to take a selfie with Crews in the background, but Crews took him down with a kick. Crews made a hit as Titus recovered, and Enzo joins Cass on the ramp. Still to come segment, Rollins versus Wyatt, back to commercial. Back from the break, Aries versus TJP was announced for 205 Live. Perkins backstage with Neville now. Neville indicates he will still give TJP a title shot, but they still have an Austin Aries problem. Neville said tomorrow night on 205 Live, Perkins, no, they will take out Aries. Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins is up next. Up next, we go to the ring. Out comes Bray Wyatt for tonight's main event. And fireflies light up the arena. Seth Rollins was, of course, out next. They go right to start. Wyatt gets the upper hand with a headbutt. Wyatt yells out and poses. They lock up again, and Rollins applies a headlock. Rollins takes Wyatt down and kicks him in the back. Rollins with a chop in the corner. They run the ropes, and Wyatt misses. Landing on the outside, Rollins leaps out. Nails Wyatt, sending him into the barrier. Rollins sends Wyatt into the apron and then into the barrier. Rollins jumps on the barrier and comes down, but Wyatt catches him in midair. Wyatt launches Rollins into the barrier and stands tall as we go to commercial. Back from the commercial, Rollins goes up to the top, but Wyatt brings him down for a 2 count. Wyatt ends up hitting a superplex for a 4 close 2 count. Wyatt keeps Rollins down as we get a replay of the superplex. Wyatt keeps Rollins grounded. Rollins blocks a urinage. Wyatt ends up on the floor as Rollins goes for a dive. Wyatt blocks it. Wyatt comes back in but runs into a boot. Rollins with a blockbuster for a close 2 count. They trade shots in the middle of the ring. Rollins with a sling blade. Rollins keeps control and nails a dive to the floor. Rollins brings it back into the ring. Springboards in with a big shot for another pin attempt. More back and forth as Wyatt rocks Rollins with a big clothesline for another 2 count. Wyatt hits a urinati for a 2 count. Rollins blocks Sister Abigail. More back and forth, pin attempts. Rollins goes to the top, but Wyatt rolls to the floor. Rollins jumps to the floor and sends Wyatt into the barrier. Samoa Joe runs for the crowd, runs Rollins over as the referee calls for the bell. What about disqualification? Seth Rollins. After the bell, Joe brings Rollins into the ring and unloads on him. Joe plants Rollins into the mat. As JoJo announces the winner, Joe keeps up the assault, but stops to look at Wyatt, who has returned to the ring. Joe and Wyatt come face to face in the middle of the ring, but stop to double team Rollins. Wyatt drops Joe with Sister Abigail out of nowhere. Wyatt hits Sister Abigail on Rollins as well. Wyatt poses over Joe and Rollins as Raw goes off the air. And that concludes my video for Raw this week. Thanks again. Peace out. See you on video. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.